It was towards the end of the workday, and all of his coworkers were ready to clock out. He had this one project he wanted to finish inside this refrigerated boxcar, and so he kept working for a little bit. Meanwhile, one of his coworkers was kind of locking things up and closed the door on the refrigerated boxcar with him inside of it, and they weren't going to be back till the next morning. And he started panicking, as you would, and as I would, panic, like, oh my gosh, I will freeze to death in here unless somebody gets me out. He's pounding on the doors. He pounds until his fists are bloody. He starts getting really cold, starts getting hypothermia, and he's shaking. He finds a piece of cardboard, writes a note on it, basically like a death note, like, hey, so cold in here, hands shaking, can't move, tell my wife I love her. And literally that night he dies. He dies in that boxcar. What's interesting about that story is that guy was in a boxcar they found out the next morning that wasn't even turned on. In fact, the temperature when he died was 63 degrees. What you think has great consequences